What's going on, guys? It is Alone Courier here, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about Black Ops 3 and the contracts that just got added in. So, yeah, the contracts just literally got added in. Well, they're not even added in yet. It's going to be on June 14th, and I'm recording this on June the 10th. But the contracts trailer just popped up, and to be honest, I'm in two minds about this, you know, like, I'm glad they've finally been added into the game. I mean, I don't really like Black Ops 3, but it's kind of give you a little bit more incentive to actually play the game if you're still actually interested in it, of course. But it's give you a little bit more incentive to play the game and just to do certain challenges, because at this point in the game, it's just overrun with too many kids just doing the same thing over and over again. You know, it's like kids using the VMP with Varix free, stuff like that. And this actually makes some people change up their gameplay style, sort of, because it's obviously going to give you a bunch of challenges. I mean, the one they showed off in the trailer was like get 10 headshots, so obviously people are going to be using different weapons, and it's going to be good if you can actually choose the weapons. If it's more like Black Ops 1 contracts where you can choose from a whole list of contracts that you can do, you know, like back in Black Ops 1 they give you a certain call point reward, and it may have a challenge like get 10 kills with the Python, or get, I don't know, maybe 25 or 30 kills with the FAMAS, or get blah 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 bloodthirsties with whatever weapon, you know, stuff like that. And I actually quite enjoyed that, because it gives you a whole bunch of different weapons to use, you know. I mean, it didn't restrict you to using a certain weapon, so it's all good that they kind of done that. But from what they're making it out to be, the new contracts just seem to be you choose one and that's it, or you don't even get to choose. It's just there's pre-selected contracts each week or each day, and fair enough, it's good that they're adding it in, but it's too little too late, you know. I mean, it's June, it's coming up on July soon, and nobody really cares about Black Ops 3 at this point. You know, the game's just gotten so stale and stagnant. It's like, why are you even adding in stuff like this at this point in the game? I mean, considering Treyarch had about 3 years to work on this game, you'd expect a little bit more post-launch support, or maybe even this stuff to be incorporated into the game beforehand. Because if you look back at the way the black market was when the game came out, it was like literally a shadow of what it is now. It's like you had your supply drops and that was it, you know. You couldn't look at the recently acquired, you couldn't burn your duplicates, stuff like that, you know. It just, as soon as they added in the COD points, they changed it so much, and it's like, oh well, that's great that they've slung it in with that update. Why couldn't it be like that from the moment the game dropped, you know? It kind of annoys me that they're adding in all this stuff. I mean, it's not even like the weapons. I mean, I'm fine with them to a certain point. Obviously, I'm angry that they're adding in weapons, like, post-launch for people that want to pay money for it. But it's just the fact that they're adding in all these big updates after the games came out. And it's like, come on, couldn't you have added this shit in before the game, like, even came out, you know? I mean, if you look at it, if they actually had all this stuff in the black market beforehand, obviously it would have been a lot worse, because a lot more people would have bought supply drops. But that's the thing, Activision wouldn't have had to shaft us like the way they've done it already, if the black market was like this the moment it came out, you know, with the contracts and stuff. So it's a bit annoying that they've actually done that. And some of the challenges that they're adding in is a bit absurd. I mean, like, get 75 wins in multiplayer. I'm sorry, but that might have been possible back in Black Ops 1, but it definitely is not now. I mean, if you look at it, the amount of kids that play this game that are just fucking talentless and they've got no clue what they're even playing, it's impossible to get 75 wins for any normal person like me that actually has a schedule. You know, like, I go to college, I do a bunch of other stuff. I can't be on Call of Duty 24/7. I mean, if you've looked at all the other kids that have got 75 wins, they're all fucking no-lifers. They don't have a job that sit and play Call of Duty in their fucking sweat den, crack den of a room all day. You know, it's just, the contracts that they're putting out seem absurd. I mean, the new ones seem a bit more fair, like get 10 headshots, that's easily enough for any skilled player. But get 75 wins? That is fucking ridiculous. I mean, dude, like, who's actually going to get 75 wins other than sweaty little tryhards? I mean, because every time I try and play TDM, I get put on a fucking team of kids that have never played FPS games in their life. and you could say, oh well, just go and play free for all or gun game. I can't be arsed with gun game. Sometimes it's a party game mode, it's not a full-time game that you can play over and over again like domination or team deathmatch. And then you get free for all, which does get a bit boring eventually, because for the most part free for all is just full up of YouTubers trying to get gameplay, so it's always sweaty lobbies, and it's like, do you think I want to sweat out 75 wins on the most sweatiest lobby possible? No. You know, it's ridiculous. And then you've got the Mercenary contract that they're adding in, which is to get the black market vendor himself, Blackjack. Now, Blackjack just seems unbalanced, to me at least. I mean, if you look at it, it just seems it's going to break the way the game plays, you know, because it's, you kill somebody, and once your specialist meter is charged, it works differently than what we thought originally. If you kill someone when your specialist meter is full, you get their weapon. And that just seems unbalanced, because it's like, if you've got this one guy that can use any specialist weapon in the game, why would you use any other specialist than Blackjack? You know, it's just, you're going to end up running into a lobby full of 12 Blackjacks, and it's like, dude, if 12 Blackjacks are in the game, how's that actually going to work? I mean, are you just going to get a random specialist weapon? How's that going to work? You know, it just makes no fucking sense to me. Honestly, it just seems broken, and I can see why they're adding it in now, because it's broken and there's not much time left in the game's life cycle anyway. There's 5 months left, so you know, they can get sort of more like a free pass with this kind of bullshit. You know, I feel like when they start adding in ridiculous shit towards the end of the game's life cycle, they kind of get a free pass when it comes down to it, and it's like, they shouldn't, because everybody should still make a difference about it, make a big deal out of it, but nobody does, you know, it makes no sense to me at all. So Blackjack seems a little bit unbalanced, obviously. The way he works is when you have to kill people to fill up your specialist meter, and when you kill someone when your specialist meter is full, you can take their weapon, and fair enough, there's other complaints that you could make about that. And then there's the specialist ability, which is, yeah, it's a bit weird. It's like you kill people and then you can get like a random specialist reward, or you can take their specialist ability or something. I can't remember exactly, but this black market update isn't good enough. You know, like, it's taken too fucking long for them to add in the contracts. You know, it's gotten to a point where the contracts almost turned into a meme, you know, it's basically like contracts coming soon. Everyone's like, oh, when's it gonna come? 2018 or something, you know? It's like the music tracks in this multiplayer as well. You know, there's still stuff that we're waiting for in this multiplayer, like fucking screenshots. That's something else. Nobody's ever mentioned this, but music tracks wasn't the only thing that had coming soon written on it. It also had the fucking screenshots for like your fucking player card in multiplayer, which is something you could actually have in Black Ops 2, but it's taken them this long to actually incorporate into this multiplayer, and it's like, dude, that is absolutely absurd that it's taken you this long to add stuff into the game. It says nothing else about Treyarch other than they are utterly lazy developers, and that you really shouldn't put up with them, because they obviously are doing the least that they can do to support the customer. I mean, if they really cared about the fan base, they would be adding this stuff in as soon as possible. And another thing I just want to say right now is the music tracks that we waited so long for in multiplayer. I've heard so many people make up excuses for that. I heard Chaos X Silencer say that they had to wait for copyright agreements and whatnot. And that's the thing, Jimmy. It's not got anything to do with copyright infringements or any copyrights, because that is Activision's music. They have the rights to the music because it was written exclusively for Black Ops 3. It's Zombies music from Black Ops 1, 2 and now 3, and all this music like fucking Jade Helm by Avenged Sevenfold, that was written for Activision for Black Ops 3, so it makes no goddamn sense that we're waiting so fucking long for it to actually be introduced into the multiplayer lobbies when we've had it the entire fucking time in campaign. It was there from the start in campaign, and it took them fucking at least 8 months to add it into multiplayer. That is absurd. There is no excuse for that, and it says nothing other than Treyarch are utterly lazy developers who are doing the least they can to support the Call of Duty community right now. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been a long courier. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you've got any thoughts on the contracts or shit like that, just leave it in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you guys. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.